Welcome everybody, Y-Force Productions here, back to you with a brand new video. Today, we're doing Transformers discussions. And today, I'm going to be discussing the latest rumors and leaks for 2025's listings, and that is Legacy or Generations Prime. So, no, it's not a new line of new Transformers Prime figures, because that'd be something that the entire fandom would love. I'm just kidding. Whatever this is awesome. So, so first of all, let's look at the listings by size class, and I have a couple theories on a couple that you might see a trend. So first we have Deluxe Solus Prime. So Solus Prime is like one of the forgers of the primes. She's a fembot. We have a design for her. I think they're gonna go for the machinima design personally, because that's the most colorful design, and I think it's a pretty solid design for like what it's supposed to be. Next up, so I think she might come with her hammer. We've also kind of seen her foreshadowed in a couple places, especially in recent material, like in the multi-packs we've been getting for the Mayhem Attack Squad. There's been a little figure, a Target Master, that turns into a hammer with Solus Prime's logo on it. So the team is definitely foreshadowing her. So what's she gonna turn into? Because we don't know what a lot of these turn into. We only have a good idea for a couple. I'm gonna say maybe a sports car, maybe even a tank, something, but I'm not sure. Next up, we're getting more combiners with Air Raid. I wonder how they could improve from Combiner Wars Air Raid, because that's a good figure. I generally like the mold. I think it's because all those Combiner Wars figures are pretty they're chunkier figures. They're kind of made for kids, I'd say, nowadays, but I really like them. I think they were good for what they were at the time. I'd love to see them do that. It's probably going to be another Stunnicon situation, though, where the commander class could be Silverbolt, because next we have Deluxe Fireflight. So we're going to get all the aerial bots right off the bat. We're not going to get Alpha Bravo. As much as it'd be cool to see them redo Alpha Bravo, revisit that character, I doubt they'd do that, personally. I think both of these two aerial bots in one wave is good, so we can kind of get them all in the first year or so. I really think it'd make a lot of collectors happy to see them redoing all the old Combiner Wars combiners. Personally, I want to see them do something new, like a combiner team we haven't really done in a while, but I think the aerial bots are a good stepping stone. Um, I just am wondering what they're gonna do for the commander. I'm thinking it's probably gonna be Silverbolt if they don't do him at leader price point. But after that, we have a pretty obvious repaint. And usually, I don't know if they do two repaints in Wave 1. So, we have Deluxe Animated Wasp. So, if you don't know, that's Waspinator before he was mutated to become Waspinator. So I think that's a really sick idea. It's an animated Bumblebee repaint. We were gonna get Wasp as a car and Fugitive Wasp, but that figure was canceled. So I think it's really cool where they're like doing that, and I hope we get more like animated repaints, like animated Cliff Jumper, because there's a lot of animated Bumblebee repaints they could do. I think that's a really sick idea what they're going for. Um, yeah, that's what I presume Wave 1 will be, unless stuff gets moved around. So next up we got Deluxe Alchemist Prime. For those of you who don't know, that's McAdam. He's like a bartender who's secretly a Prime. He was in. They could go for two things: the Marvel Comics design, or what I feel like is the more likely option, the Cyberverse design. I'm gonna go with the Cyberverse design for a couple reasons. One, it's a more recent design and like a generally well-liked design. Two, um, I think that McAdam or Alchemist Prime, we kind of know what his vehicle mode looks like already because it was seen in Cyberverse. It's some crazy artillery steampunk maybe looking thing. I think a deluxe could work because he's shown to be around, in the show at least, around to be the same height as other Autobots, so he's not this tall, imposing Prime character. I think it'll be really interesting, and I'm wondering what are they gonna come with their own relics? Is everyone gonna come with a Matrix of Leadership? Because this is giving me Power to Primes vibes, and that was my favorite, one of my favorite. Like I loved Power to Primes. Like it's up there with Titan's Return, but for me. Um, so I think Alchemist Prime, I'd have to see it, but I think it's gonna be really cool to see. Now we're getting to some interesting listings here that I'm like from here on out the listings get really intriguing, and I'm very curious to see what Hasbro and Takara are like even thinking about here. So next up we have Uh, well, besides a Crasher reissue and a deluxe swindle. So we're getting the Combaticons too. Do I think we're going to be getting all the Combaticons year one? Or is this going to be a trilogy? We don't know. I doubt it. So, Deluxe Swindle, I think it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be probably G1 Swindle. I don't see them doing animated Swindle anytime soon. I think they'd rather... Actually, no, they probably will. Just as, like, a repaint. Nah, they wouldn't do that. With the... They've been pretty good with the animated characters. When it comes to that. Glow squids. Alright, next up, we got... a strange one. Micronus Prime. So Micronus, he's known for being a minicon. Minicons are small little guys. So why, unless he's going to be like a deluxe budget, it's odd because the only design I could see them going with is the Robots in Disguise 2015 version. And if you don't know, it's literally a repaint or a remodel of all the other Robots in Disguise 2015 um minicons. So I'm surprised he's not a core class. I really hope they're not getting rid of core class because core class is such a great um addition, you know, like the Legion class, because much as I like Battle Masters or Target Masters, Titan Masters, Prime Masters, it's cool to get smaller characters as core class, you know? But I have the feeling that they're gonna get rid of that because, like, there's so many repaint potential, like with all those mini cons you could do. If we ever get a new Drift, I think that could be cool, like Robots in Disguise 2015 Drift. Which, now that I think about it, why don't they do that? Or as like a Voyager, probably something. I mean, he really should be a deluxe, but, you know, Hasbro making him a Voyager. What? Are you trapped in here? Interesting. Alright, never mind that. Okay, so let's just... Trying to get up here. Okay, now where was I? Oh yeah, my Cronus. If they get rid of core classes, I don't know if they would, because core class was such a cool idea. Like, we're probably not going to see some weaponizers for a bit, which is, I guess, understandable from their perspective. Next, we also have Deluxe Venom. I have the original G1 Venom. I like the Deluxe Insecticons. They're so cool, and we can finally complete that set with one that's available at, like, mass retail. So I think that is so hype-worthy. Um, Next up, we have Deluxe Skydive. Oh, that's... Yeah, Skydive. So, most of the aerial bots... So a lot of repaint potential here. Skydive and slingshot. So you get all your aerial bots, like the deluxes, in year one, which I think is pretty cool. You know, I like think the aerial bots are cool because they're a good Gasalt team. Gasalt. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it fully. But yeah, I think smart idea to even have. I also think that we could also get like the G2 repaints out of them too. That's a possibility. I think people often forget that they're like, well, I mean, we're getting the G2 Stunicons, but you know they're all going to be in separate capsules, unfortunately. Which kind of, I don't know how I feel about it. But hey, we're still getting aerial bots. Okay, besides skydive and slingshot, we're on to our Voyagers. Voyager Prima. Prima Prime. So, Prima appeared in G1. If you guys don't know who Prima is, watch the Five Faces of Darkness. He was also in the Marvel Comics. Oh no, that's... Yeah, he was. He also was in the Marvel Comics, so there's two designs they could do. They could do the Marvel Comics design where he's yellow and has the mate blue. I mean, the other design, which kind of looks like a Junkion, so I guess maybe retool potential. Uh, Other than that, I don't really know what they could do. I mean, he kind of had. Oh yeah, I mean, he is in Cyberverse. If they want to do that, he kind of looks like Thunder Howl. So hey, Thundertron repaint, I guess. Next, we have Voyager Armada Red Alert. Alright, we're getting more Armada stuff here for you Armada fans. Comes with a minicon? No idea. Next up, we also have Rescue Bots Heatwave. I guess Chase did well enough that we're getting more Rescue Bots in the main line, which is Pretty cool. I'm expecting this to be a bulkhead repaint slash retool, personally. Unless they do a new mold, which I could 100% see them do. Mainline rescue bots certainly is a really interesting untapped concept. Because, like, well, we have medics, chase. I'm think it also adds a bit more variety as well in terms of who we get per wave as well. And I think a Voyager heat wave is a good way to do that. Next up, this is gonna hype up half the fandom. Robots in Disguise 2001 Skybite. He is back, and we know this is gonna be awesome. Skybite, more Robots in Disguise. He was voted a fan favorite in the Hall of Fame, so we're bound to get him. Um, I'm excited. Unfortunately, his voice actor passed away, so God bless that man. Skybite, and plus we can get a Cyber Shark retool, like that exists. I have Beast Wars Cyber Shark Transmetal 2. That's pretty good figure. Next up, we have some more interesting listings. So they're really going out there too. So we're not just getting like some G1. We are getting some like uh Revenge of the Fallen characters. Oh, but before that, Voyager Alpha Trion, which I'm hyped, but I'm wondering, will this be a repaint of the one we got in the Hero is Born? Because that's a pretty good figure. A new mold. Uh, a Vector Prime repaint. Because, I mean, we could get a last Autobot of that. Because Vector Prime, if you don't know, is coming in Legacy, according to the leaks. And... Or it could be Thundertron repaint, you know, Alpha Trizer. If you don't know, that's Cheetor, but he's like a Prime. Then we have Voyager Flatline from the IDW comics. He's like a Decepticon ambulance, and it could be a repaint. And he was also in the Revenge of the Fallen comics. So my guess on that is where he's going to be some sort of repaint, retool of Armada Red Alert somehow. That to me sounds like the most likely option, because I don't see any other way he's a new original mold. But strange things have happened before. Unless, you know, he's just a Combiner Wars Silverbolt retool. Like, I could see that happening. If you don't get the joke, I don't put it past you. It's a Transformers meme. Anywho, so besides the obligatory Transformers reference, or obscure lore reference, we also have a possibility of another couple interesting characters showing up in the lore, I guess. I don't really know how they're gonna do this. Are we even getting a TV show out of this? That could be interesting, but I don't know what they do. Next, we have Leader the Fallen. So it's gonna be the Dreamwave one. So Optimus can yell, "Give me your face" at the Fallen. Tank. We already know what this is gonna be. We got a Titanium series, pretty interesting. Next we have G2 Grimlock, the blue one, not the yellow and stripy one. So I think that's a cool idea. Because we're going to get the rest of the G2 Dinobots inevitably at some point, so we might as well get them kind of now. I'm surprised this is a main line. Like, I always thought that'd be a selects release, but hey, That Grimlock mold is pretty popular. It gets reissued a lot. I'll go over to Studio Series um figures in another video. Maybe that'll be like the next Transformers discussion, I guess. So next we have finally Leader Class Onyx Primal. Now, if you guys don't know who Onyx Primal is, Onyx Primal is if we ever get a repaint, if we ever get an Bat Optimus Primal. He was basically like the first Beast Former in which lore you decide to choose. A lot of this comes from the Align continuity, the idea that 13 Primes, now Cyberverse and more IDW is doing it. So what I think is going to come of this is, because I would normally say like Megatron, like Beast Wars Megatron repaint, like Transmetal 2, but he's a Centaur in a unique mold, so I'm not too sure. He could easily just like be a brand new mold. Like I think that could 100% be possible. And I think it's not like a bad possibility either. Next off, oh, wait a second. That's it. That's all the listings. Now thoughts and speculations. I'm speculating a lot of these are pre-tools. Now, I say that because, like, what could you repaint some of these designs in? I genuinely don't know. Solus, I'm thinking, is gonna be some sort of... I don't know. You could... See, that's the tough part. You never really know. Because, like, some of these guys, like... They always think of molds that can be reused. That's something Hasbro has done forever, and they will do it. There's always going to be an alternate head for a mold. There's always going to be some sort of alternate tooling. There's always going to be some sort of pre-tool somewhere, somehow, some way. We just don't know how yet. I personally think that the most likely course of action is just intense fight. Ooh. How? Okay. Alright, that was an intense skeleton fight. Okay, that was intense. Like, I actually thought I was gonna... Yeah, oh, shoot. So, yeah, where was I? Oh, that's right. Oh, a bow. Oh, nope. Alright, where was I? I speculate we're gonna get a lot of pre-tools in this. Pre-tools are one of the most common elements of Transformers, and I think it is such a... I think it's one of the most likely options, or ways we're gonna get, like, some characters we would have never thought of getting before. I think the biggest pre-tool I have in mind, I don't know, my Cronus is giving off such big pre-tool vibes. Oh, uh, well, I died in hardcore, but, well, hey, this video was fun while it lasted. Um, yeah. Well, I might as well sign off this video. My next video is going to be a real hardcore Let's Play. So not just kind of background footage. So in conclusion, I think we're going to see a lot more of, let's just, you know what? Options. Uh, well, I kind of died in Minecraft hardcore. But that's alright. I'll do another video. Like, probably tomorrow. Let's see what was under me anyway, out of curiosity. Okay, so, there was diamonds too. Dang. So, I think another thing we're gonna start seeing upcoming with Transformers is a lot of out there ideas, because this team has shown that they're willing to do so many different things, and that's a good thing, I would say personally, because, I think that taking risks is something the Transformers brand has needed. We've finally, after years and years, are getting non-G1. Like, Kingdom started it, and yeah, Studio Series is a whole different can of worms, actually. And I will be discussing what I think is going to happen with Studio Series soon enough. Maybe the next discussion video. I don't know what the next discussion video will be. It might be in... I don't know. Do you guys want a Minecraft discussion video? Another Transformers one? A Star Wars one? I would do that. An anime discussion? I do a music discussion. I mean, if you guys are into that. Don't listen to... Ooh, I have a good idea. So, a D&D, a good idea for another D&D one. But I already did a. I'll see. I'll see. Let me know if you guys want Battle Elf in a discussion, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Signing off.